Hello, my name's Flick and I'm taking you inside Picturehouse. Coming up on this month's show, the most charming of elderly crooks, the return of a 60s nannying icon, true story of kingpin and FBI informant at 14, what is Christmas without Will Ferrell, and Picturehouse unveil their latest cinema PLUS library in West Norwood. This month we come from the Cityscreen Picturehouse in York, whose origins begin in the 1890s with the pioneering film society that became the York Film Theatre in 1968. Fast forward to the millennium and they joined forces with Picturehouse to open a cinema in the old Yorkshire Herald building, a wonderful site on the river.
I've been here for nearly 19 years now, so it's gone through quite a few changes over the years. I suppose the big one, cinema-wise, was the shift from analogue to digital. And the Screen Arts strand was introduced about 10, 12 years ago. Hugely popular now. We've got quite a few facets to the business and the venue, so we've got lots of things going on. The cafe bar shows lots of great food and drinks, so that's quite popular, not only for cinema goers, but people just that are out in town shopping and what have you. 2 gallery spaces. We have lots of local artists and community groups that exhibit there. Basement space downstairs as well, so we have lots of gigs, comedy clubs on there, so a lot of local bands that play. And so we even had Mumford & Sons here before they were particularly famous.
The Old Man and the Gun is reportedly Robert Redford's last ever film.
Excuse me, I'd like to open up an account.
Well, great. What type of account do you have in mind?
This kind.
Based on the true story of Forrest Tucker, who was first incarcerated at age 15 and held up his last bank at the age of 79. Written and directed by David Lowery, a ghost story, Pete's Dragon, the film is an homage to everything Redford. Even the colour palette is wistful for the era that made him famous. Perfectly cast, Sissy Spacek plays his long-term lover, happy to never know when she'll see him, and Casey Affleck plays the head-scratching cop, secretly admiring but in hot pursuit. Tom Waits and Danny Glover also star.
Oh, is he proud of you, that little boy?
Oh, he's getting closer every day.
Mary Poppins returns 54 years after the original was released in 1964.
Mary,
Poppins, you came back.
you seem hardly to have aged at all.
Really? One never discusses a woman's age, Michael. Would have hoped I taught you better.
Set in 1930s London, Michael and Jane Banks, Ben Whishaw and Emily Mortimer, are now grown up. Michael and his motherless children still live at 17 Cherry Tree Lane. The superbly vain, stern and practically perfect Mary Poppins, Emily Blunt, returns to restore order to the Banks family and to remind them that magic, music, banisters and kite flying are just the ticket for all life's ills. Rob Marshall of Chicago Oscar-winning fame directs.
Everything is possible.
Even the impossible. Off we go.
In 1980s Detroit, the drug dealer known as White Boy Rick, played here by newcomer Richie Merritt, became the FBI's youngest ever informant at age just 14.
I'm not going to let you ruin your life, Don. No drugs in the house.
His hustling dad, Matthew McConaughey, sells guns to local drug lords, and his sister Dawn, Belle Poley, is pretty much a full-blown junkie. When Dad is visited by the FBI, Rick sees a glimmer of hope for his family and jumps in with some information. Jennifer Jason Leigh also stars in this social tragedy that shines yet more light on a justice system in serious need of reform.
Ask yourself this. Would you believe a 15-year-old kid was working for the federal government?
But he was.
Whoa! Shit.
Hey.
What? You all got him?
John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell wish you a very Merry Christmas by bringing you their step-brotherly, slapstick, superbly silly comedic partnership to 19th century London in Holmes and Watson.
I love you.
Watson.
Oh!
What a looker, right? She is stunning.
Director Ethan Cohen, not to be confused with Ethan, also has an impressive comedic pedigree with Tropic Thunder, Madagascar 2 and Men in Black 3 under his belt. Rafe Fiennes, Steve Coogan, Rob Brydon and Hugh Laurie also star.
Watson?
Who's going to take the photograph?
I will take it. It's sort of a self-photograph.
Hey, girl!
Hi, girl.
Over by the window, the lighting's much better.
Yes, yes. Oh my God! Mother of shit!
And now December's news. After 30 years, Picturehouse have unveiled its first ever major brand overhaul. The new identity conveys simplicity and modernity while preserving the company's heritage and independent approach. There is also a brand new look Picturehouse recommends, released in time for Christmas. The magazine has more features, interviews and talking points for your perusal and is of course still free. Our 12 Days of Christmas campaign is up and running. Book early to avoid disappointment for staple favourites such as The Muppet Christmas Carol, It's a Wonderful Life and The Nutcracker. Check out the gorgeous trailer currently playing in theatres and featuring the children of Starksfield Primary School, plus a special making of film which will put you right in the spirit of Christmas with extra cute factor. A couple of Oscar-contending Christmas preview treats coming up. On Boxing Day, Mahershala Ali, Oscar winner for Moonlight, and Viggo Mortensen star in the comedy drama Green Book. And on New Year's Day, don't miss the chance to catch the both historical and hysterical new Yorgos Lanthimos film, The Favourite, starring Rachel Weisz, Emma Stone and Olivia Colman as Queen Anne. And now Screen Arts. As is our tradition, Picturehouse will of course be screening the Berliner Philharmoniker on New Year's Eve. At 64 and following a 16-year relationship with the orchestra, the near rock star status conductor Sir Simon Rattle has laid down his baton. He hands over to the venerable Daniel Barenboim, who first played with the orchestra 54 years ago. Picturehouse are enormously proud to have recently unveiled the latest addition to the Picturehouse family, a pioneering and unique site in London's West Norwood that comprises not only a 4-screen cinema, bar and restaurant, but a state-of-the-art library.
Bringing a cinema like this into the lives of people in West Norwood, I'm thrilled beyond belief.
And we work with the architects very closely about what did a modern library look like, but using the existing building.
Picturehouse have always looked for interesting buildings to turn into cinemas.
I think it's a good example of partnerships and what people can do together to sustain cultural life.
The rest of the country can learn from West Norwood. This is where it's happening.
And to end 2018, here is our roundup of Picturehouse's most popular films of the year. In descending order, number 5, Avengers: Infinity War. Number 4, Darkest Hour. Number 3, A Star is Born. Number 2, Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. And number 1, your favourite film of the year, the multi-award winning 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. For the record, my personal film of the year was the exceptional French drama Custody, available now on DVD, Blu-ray and download. That's it for December and of course the year. Remember to keep up to date at our website picturehouses.com and become a member or give the gift of membership for a ton of extra benefits. Have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we will see you again in 2019.